My wife wants to leave our son home from our vacation as payback for a trip he didn't even ask for. We need to teach him life isn't always fair, my wife said last night as she suggested we exclude our 13-year-old son from our family vacation. 3 months ago, his best friend's parents paid for him to go to Disney World. Pertly, my son enjoying himself on a trip he didn't ask for means he now deserves to sit alone while we take his sister to the beach. I've never seen this vindictive side of her before, and it's making me question everything. The Disney situation happened innocently enough. My son's best friend was turning 13, and his parents decided to do something special, a weekend at Disney World with 2 friends. My son was invited, and naturally he was thrilled. What 13-year-old wouldn't be? My wife immediately objected because our 9-year-old daughter wasn't included. I explained that this wasn't about us playing favorites. It was another family's birthday celebration, and they specifically wanted 13-year-old friends for their 13-year-old son. It's not fair, she insisted. Emily will be devastated. We compromised. I sat Emily down and explained that sometimes her brother would get opportunities he wouldn't, and sometimes she'd get opportunities he wouldn't. That's just how life works. Then I gave my son extra money to bring back souvenirs for his sister. He returned from Disney with his arms full of gifts for Emily, parrot princess merchandise, autographs from her favorite characters, even a custom shirt. His friend's parents had apparently helped him shop for her. Emily was delighted. Last week, my brother invited our family to his beach house for Labor Day weekend. It's a beautiful place, parent, right on the water with a boat, jet skis, the works. The kids have been counting down the days. Then yesterday, my wife dropped her bombshell. I think we should just take Emily to the beach house, she said casually over dinner. Jake can stay with your dad for the weekend. I stared at her, waiting for the punchline. There wasn't one. Why would we do that? I asked. To even things out, she said, as if it were obvious. Jake got his special trip to Disney. Now it's Emily's turn for something special. Our son's face fell. He hadn't even been part of the conversation, but he was sitting right there, hearing his mother suggest excluding him from a family vacation as payback for a birthday invitation he'd received. I waited until we were alone to confront her. That's completely different. The Disney trip was a birthday invitation from another family. This is our family vacation. Life isn't fair, she repeated. He needs to learn that by his parents deliberately being unfair to him, I asked. That's not teaching resilience, that's teaching him his parents will punish him for good things that happen in his life. She wouldn't budge. You are playing favorites, you always take his side. This morning I found Jake researching how to mow lawns and walk dogs in our neighborhood. When I asked what he was doing, he looked up with tears in his eyes. I thought if I earned enough money I could pay for my own trip to the beach house, he said. Then Mom wouldn't be mad at me anymore. Something broke inside me. I pulled him into a hug and promised him he was absolutely coming on the family vacation. This wasn't about money or fairness, Perned. This was about my wife somehow developing a competitive grudge against our own child. I booked the beach house trip for all 4 of us. My wife is barely speaking to me, but I don't care. Some hills are worth dying on, and protecting my son from this twisted version of fairness is definitely one of them. I never thought I'd have to protect my child from his own mother's resentment, but apparently that's where we are. And right now what my son needs is to know that being invited to Disney World doesn't mean his family will exclude him from a vacation 3 months later. That's not parenting. That's punishment for something he never did wrong.